Hi guys, I'm John Carrick, author of Legacy of a Mad Scientist and The Legend of Ashley Fox. Today we've got 100 bullets 60. Yesterday I kept calling 59 58, so it goes. And that is Megan Dietrich on the cover by Dave Johnson. He's done all of these so far. I think that's his name. And Megan is, I don't know that she's the main character of this book. It's hard to say who is. This is really a series of scenes, this issue. And everyone is in Florida. And by everyone, I mean the Trust, the Minutemen, and the potential Minutemen, as well as some side characters like these bellhops here, who are making jokes over who the pretty girls want to sleep with and how fit they are. And this is, of course, Megan Dietrich, member of the Trust. She is here to meet Mr. Branch, and this guy asks if he can help her with her bags while she meets with Mr. Branch, the journalist, who is really Lou Grant, Bob Hoskins. So this is just Megan and Branch meeting each other for the first time. She sent him the ticket. She booked him a room. He says he didn't use the ticket. She says, yes, you did. He hasn't stayed in hotels like this before. And she says she's going to go use the pool first and to get settled in. Meanwhile, Augustus and Benito are playing tennis. And this kid keeps getting beaten by his dad. And he asks him to double or nothing. And he says he can't. He doesn't have time. But then later on, he's explaining, he also tells him Megan Dietrich is in town. They're in Miami. And Benito's definitely interested in that. I don't think he knows that she's sleeping with his dad. I'm sure she is. And his dad says, you want to play another game? And Benito says, let me get a new racket. He goes, no, after a shower. Meet me in the lobby. So his dad's going to teach him. Remember last time Benito didn't get a girl killed, but a girl got killed in Benito's arms after he'd been talking shit to his dad. And the end of that story, I think that was a single issue. He said, all right, I want to learn. And so now his dad's going to teach him, now that other people are in town. Meanwhile, these guys, the bellhops, suddenly get a big tipper. This guy, they're in Florida. This guy still dresses like, some kind of gangster. His name is Spain. And he's got this big guy with him, Terry. And they check in at the same hotel Megan is at, where Benito and his dad were playing tennis. So yeah, this is a long bit. This kid is checking these guys in, Spain and the other guy, Terry. He's asking about if the door's locked. They got adjoining rooms. And he asks him if he can get his car detailed. He gives him $50. And then he asks him if he wants anything else. He says, can he trust him? Have you ever been arrested? He says no. Well, then we can't trust him if he's never been arrested. He asks him to get him some smokes. He thinks he means cigarettes. And he says no. So obviously that's code for some kind of drug. Probably crack. I don't know. This guy seems like a crackhead. And he sends him out for drugs. And then we get a big Matrix ad. They really tried to sell the shit out of that game. And now we get Megan down by the pool. And she gets a drink. And then Cole shows up. And she freaks out. Because Madrid just got killed. And she recognizes Cole. Which means that when he was there at the front of the hotel in Atlantic City and told Hank what room Benito Medici was staying in, and Megan was right there, I think, nobody saw him. Because now she is freaking out. She thinks he's there to kill her. She says, you wouldn't need a gun, will you? He says, well, I don't have a gun in the pool. And she says, you wouldn't need a gun, would you? He says, no, I wouldn't. I could break everyone's neck here. And basically it wouldn't even slow me down. So he's fucking with her. And it's kind of awesome because she's legit scared. And she says, well, then why are you here? Because your life's in danger. Which is just awesome. That's hilarious. He is just straight fucking with her. Yeah, her life is in danger because Graves is in town. And Augustus Medici wants to eliminate everyone. And or the rest of the Minutemen want to eliminate everyone and just have Augustus be in charge. Which means what? She gets married to Benito, or they kill her. So, meanwhile, this is the kid who's gone out to buy drugs for that guy Spain, who is there for God knows what reason. Maybe he's been given a gun by Graves. Remember, Graves just doesn't give guns to Minutemen. He gives guns to all sorts of strange people. Spain might very well have one, and Jack is still going to show up, but Jack's going to Atlantic City, and I think they're in Miami right now. So this kid has to explain to this Xerxes-style drug dealer why he's there when he could have gone to any other drug dealer. And they make him take off his clothes to see if he's wearing a wire. He says that he's not. But he has a kid with a girl who is now with this guy and is there with him right now with all these other people. So he goes back to get the drugs, and this is this guy's girlfriend who he has a kid with, who looks just like April from the last one. Combination of April and Dizzy without the tattoo. And so while this guy's getting dressed, he throws him this bag of drugs, and he tells this girl to service him while this kid is there. And that's the father of her child. And why would you go to this guy if you could get drugs from anybody? That's a pretty rough scene. That's a humiliating scene. Like I said, this is a bunch of separated scenes. Like in a long drug movie where everyone's a movie star, but the plot doesn't hold together. Maybe it will at the end. This individual comic is not that. So anyhow, you've got this guy out here with Mr. Branch, and they're betting on horses. And this guy is cheering on the horse, which does not win. Almost wins, but does not win. And you see he loses everything in the moment that his horse doesn't finish first. Kind of feel bad for that guy, kind of don't. Anyhow, Branch is telling him that's what you get when you bet on a sure thing. And Branch is going up to bet while Benito and his father Augustus are going to look at horses. And this is their horse who's in an upcoming race. And his dad tells him don't bet against him because it's not a sure thing that he'll win, but it's a sure thing that they've fixed the race. There's Devil May Cry ad. That new cartoon looks like it's done by the people who did Castlevania. And Branch at the ticket window, I think he's getting paid for the last race, sees Benito and freaks out. And this is Benito's dad telling him not to bet against, don't bet against the house, meaning his horse. Meanwhile, Augustus Medici takes a meeting with Graves. And the Kentucky Derby is this weekend, I believe. Or it was yesterday, or it's right now today or something. Like I said, a series of disjointed scenes which will, I'm certain, make a lot more sense in the upcoming episodes of 100 Bullets. Only 40 more. All right, see you guys tomorrow.